I hope that by the time that I'm publishing or posting this video, the weather has already improved or gotten better. It's been raining so hard the past couple of days, typhoons left and right, and I know a lot of people are unwell, myself included. There's a special kind of excitement that my mind and my heart feels for doing themed reading vlogs, which, by the way, let me shamelessly promote. I already managed to get over my laziness and my procrastination and my just general lack of organization. I've already managed to do playlists to curate, book hauls and themed reading vlogs and exclusive reading vlogs. So if you want to check it out, it's already available. I think I'm gonna put a link up here for playlists that I have compiled together. This will be included. This particular reading vlog, to be completely honest, is, well, you already know the title of the reading vlog and the thumbnail, so you already know what this is about. It's a topic that I'm massively interested about. Not specifically the topic per se, I just love reading about it. Social media, or the internet, yes. I'm gonna talk about this first because, as you can see, I in fact already finished reading this Username Evie by Joseph. This is a graphic novel, and this only took me like a day and a half to finish. It's less than 200 pages, and this is the reason why I didn't include this on my graphic novel themed reading vlog that I did several weeks ago. I'm gonna put a link up here again. I purchased this along with 2 other graphic novels that I bought from Big Bad Wolf, right? For this intention, because I wanted to be part of this themed reading vlog. And you know what, honestly, I'm not sure if it's because I found those 2 other graphic novels kind of underwhelming, not really meeting what I was expecting them to be. Is that why the bar is so low? That's such a backhanded compliment, I'm so sorry. But I have to be honest, the bar is so low, so I wasn't really expecting much from this graphic novel anymore, but I still ended up really having a great time. True to what's promised by the title, Username Evie, and what I see at the back, it definitely gave me what I was hoping it will give me. It's about a plot centered or hinged mainly on social media, primarily about influencers, which is very fitting because the author of this story is a YouTube star, apparently. At the back, it says that there's a world created for her by her beloved father, the protagonist's father, and it's featured here, definitely. It's a huge component. I love it when families are given emphasis on stories, and that really mattered a lot in this book. I was so worried at first that I'm gonna give it yet another low rating because I was not enjoying how the antagonist, which is also a girl related to our main female character, is so seemingly one-sided and just, evil and almost like a caricature because of how one-sided she is portrayed. Good thing something happened towards the end of the plot, which kind of, gave us a new dimension to her. I wish there was more. I hope we will get more depth in her. But yeah, the story gave me that. Not much, but it still gave me that, so thank you. The art featured in this book is so unforgettable, iconic. Wow. Sometimes I would pause and just look at it because everything was illustrated so excellently. Wow. It's a good start. So, yeah. I'm gonna be really honest though, these 2 books, which are going to be the heart of this reading vlog, I'm strongly hoping, expecting, wanting this to be 5-star reads. Yeah. Pressure is so high. This one most especially, I particularly searched bookstores for this book when I did my birthday book haul last year. This is No One Is Talking About This by Patricia Lockwood. And this is about a woman known for her viral social media posts, and she travels the world speaking to her adoring fans. This is a literary fiction which got shortlisted, nominated in several literary prizes. So, yeah. Likewise, though, this too, I have ridiculous expectations as well because I'm hoping this will make me happy. The reviews I've seen are saying, even the authors that reviewed this says this is funny, this is hilarious. So this is about an employee who it's working from home policy that this discusses or tackles, which is something I can really identify with because I work from home. So that's why the title is such. Several People Are Typing by Calvin Kasulke. I hope this will cheer me up. If I can read these two books at the same time, I would, but let's not multitask ourselves to being worn out. I'm gonna start with this one. I hope I have a good time. The bad news is it keeps raining harder. It keeps getting colder. So, I don't know. The good news, however, I'm 174 pages in on this book, and it's giving me everything that I want. I have never read something this relatable. Especially in this period in my life. This is the most relatable book ever. Especially since I'm thinking a lot about the things happening at work at the moment. I can relate so much on what's happening and what's going on in these characters. It's just so fun to observe. Although I admit that sometimes it gets difficult to read this after work because this feels like I'm getting back to work after reading it after work hours. This feels like I haven't stopped working, so that's the difficulty of this being so realistic and relatable. It's so darn funny. So funny. They're not lying when they said that this is hilarious. This is funny. When Carmen Maria Machado says this is an absurd, hilarious romp through the haunted house of late-stage capitalism, wow, that's spot on. What's going on at the moment, at this far along in the book, I am so creeped out by what's happening. This is kind of terrifying in the funniest way possible. I don't know how that's possible, but Calvin Kasulke really accomplished that so far. So I want to know what would happen next. I'll continue reading, I'll continue enjoying this, and I'll talk to you later.
finally finished. Several people are typing, and where do I start? Where do I start? It's definitely going on my best books of the year list, which makes me so happy. Yet again, it's the kind of book, I think it's something that I find very similar, sort of like a pattern on my 5-star rated books. I'm dying to tell you the contents of the plot and the details of what took place, what happened to the characters, but ultimately, I don't want to ruin it for anyone who would like to experience this book, so I'd rather not tell you. But it's so good. It's so good. Also, you might probably get tired of hearing this from me, but I think if you watched my reviews before of books that I've given 5 stars to, books that I claim to be mind blowing, they are books that are somehow multiple genres and succeeding in attempting all of those. So I guess you can say books that really impresses me are those that are not really caged into one thing. There are so many things without being confusing. This is very thought-provoking. This is very thought-provoking literary fiction, which is speculative in nature, I guess. And I think I already talked about how this is kind of creepy. It scared me. So in a way, it counts as horror, fantasy, in a way. You know what? I highly recommend this for people who are fans of escapism, but at the same time are still lovers of realism. So if you like both, yeah, give this book a try. Yes, especially if you love your work but would like escapism. Yeah, this is it. There's another genre that I'm not saying, but if you've read this book, you know, right? You know. I'm not saying it because I don't want to spoil it for anyone who would like to give this a try, but as early as now, I can say this reading vlog is so successful because I love this book so much. But of course, I'll move on to the final and the book that I have the highest expectation for. No one is talking about this by Patricia Lockwood. Not to pressure you, book, but yes, make me happy. There's just something really about literary fiction that owns my entire heart and soul, so let's go. It's still raining very hard at this time. Does it matter? Am I confusing myself to be a weather update channel? This is a reading vlog. This is not a weather update, so disregard. I'm 50 pages in. You probably don't see the colors of the tabs that I'm using, but it's from this palette. Not all these colors, only a select few. But yeah, I'm 50 pages in. Right, so an update. I've laughed out loud. I've been giggling the entire time so far that I'm reading this book. Possibly might be the funniest book that I've read this year so far. So this is reading vlog. My choice of books are accomplishing what I wanted to happen. It's funny. A lot of shade is being thrown on the friends that are big on the internet, and there's a lot of tea being served. So this is very juicy. That's probably why I find it so funny. There's so many shade being thrown. It's like Patricia Lockwood is not afraid to offend. She's gonna offend anyone that could be offended. No exceptions. So much tea. I'm only 50 pages in, but I want to read you a lot because it's so funny. At least to me. I don't know how that speaks about the kind of humor that I enjoy. I'm almost afraid to tell you about parts that made me laugh because you might think I'm weird or I don't know. This would speak a lot about what you find funny. Is this the kind of book though that I would recommend? That's what I've been thinking because I don't think I would recommend this. I love it. I like it so far. I just don't think, as with any literary fiction, I do believe not a lot of people are really big on literary fiction. This doesn't have a clear, straightforward plot that follows a sequence of events or a timeline that's clear. No. It almost feels like this is just a collection of commentary and opinions about internet stuff. So if you're the kind of person who really wants to follow a timeline of events, a sequence, I don't think you'll find it here. That's probably why I hesitate to recommend this to people because if you're looking for plot, you probably won't get plot. This feels like it's non-fiction, almost, but it's fiction. I'm probably speaking too prematurely because I'm so early into the book, but yeah, let's see how it progresses from here. I'll talk to you later. I hope the next time that I update you, it's already warmer. I hope the typhoons stop coming. They keep on coming. This is not a weather update vlog, this is a reading vlog. Finally finished, no one is talking about this, and can I preface this part by admitting early on that this part is going to be filled with several confessions. I did say on my update, as I was reading this book, that I was having so much fun. I was laughing a lot. But there came a point, as I was reading this book, where I was so close. I was so tempted to edit that part out, that part during the introduction where I said that this is the book that I have the highest expectations for. Because I was so scared that I'm not going to give this 5 stars. So the fact that that part stayed on, that I haven't edited that part out, speaks a lot about this book is a confirmed 5 stars. This book really encouraged me to write down the reasons why it made me so happy. So cliche as that may sound, yes, it asked me to count my blessings. So this is me being dramatic again, but just to provide you context why it matters to me that this book made me happy. For reference, the big picture is the idea that propelled me to think of this reading vlog theme is because I'm saving this for when a time comes that I'm so overwhelmed and I want to take some time off the internet. Or to put it simply, when a time comes that I'm so close, when I'm at the edge of wanting to discontinue being here. No one is talking about this made me look back at 2023, and it reminded me how much of a stellar reading year it has been for me. And it told me, it made me understand that that's what matters the most. You will see a lot of things on the internet, there's a lot of things going on the internet, but wanting to document your life, that choice, that decision is what matters. I read 33 books this year so far, and you know what? Out of 33 books, I've given 14 books 5 stars. This being the 15th book. So that's nearly half of what I've read. Half of what I've read, I've given 5 stars to. And a very important takeaway is how I'm such a literary fiction girl through and through. Because, you know what? Of the 15 books now, of the ones that I've given 5 stars to, a huge chunk of those books are literary fiction reads. In the process of reading this book, it asked me the question, why do I love literary fiction so much? And you know what? Having finished this book, replied to me. It answered my question. This is why. I'd always be in love with several other genres, but there's just really a special place in my heart for literary fiction. I can't deny. Again, I know it's not for everyone, not a lot of people like such genre, but again, it talks about what goes on in the internet and how sometimes you can be in the majority, sometimes you can be in the minority. It always is up to you which side matters. And it's important to pick and select the ones that you are passionate about. This might really be my favorite theme reading vlog in quite a while. This had me watching and reviewing all the previous theme reading vlogs that I did, how I love doing theme reading vlogs, and this might count as one of my favorites that I've done so far, because I got everything that I wanted. Username Evie talked about introversion and isolation and escapism. Several people are typing, talked about workplace relationships, virtual relationships, how through chatting we get a glimpse of how different and also similar our relationships are with people if there's no physical presence involved. And no one is talking about this, of course. It discusses internet behavior and how our real lives are merged with that, and how at the end of the day we get to choose how those two sides overlap and merge and separate from each other. This book is telling us how we are now at a time in history where technology is so integrated in our lives, and how we still hold so much power over it at the end of the day, that it still is up to us, it's still up to our discretion how much we are allowing it in our real lives, and how we are going to utilize it for us or against us. Did I cry reading this book? Yes, I did. You could have spent your precious minutes elsewhere on the World Wide Web. The internet has a lot to offer. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you spending time with me here. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching this reading vlog. I appreciate your presence so much. Thank you.